If you want to learn some cool framer motion effects, I'm going to show you how to replicate these two websites. Not 100% exact, but pretty close. So this first one here, you can see you got this moving hover effect with these particle effects, which is pretty cool. And then as you scroll, you can see it scales down and then goes into the text down the bottom. This other site is when you scroll, you can see you got these nice sort of like white squares that go up, and then it goes into this cool space here. So I want to replicate this. I want to show you how to do it all in Framer. So to do the first effect with the moving orb, you need to actually use Spline. Now, you don't have to have extensive knowledge. It's pretty straightforward. You can see on the left-hand side, I've just got a simple earth, and you can create that by using a simple sphere. You can drag out a sphere like this. I just use the 3D template inside the community. You can just add this earth in. So if you do go on the left-hand side, click community, you should be able to find something here that's 3D, that's usable. Or you can actually go to the library and you can find a 3D object. Really, it could be anything. Even this thing would be very cool, and you can play around with that. So we've got our earth here, and you've got your layers on the left-hand side. Now on the right-hand side, what you want to do is you want to have a base state, and then you want to have a spinning state. So on the right-hand side, you can see we've just got a simple green and blue color for the seat. And what we're going to do is add an event. So you can see I've already added it. You want to click the little plus button, and you want to add, click the start. So you can see this little start drop down. You want to go down to look at. So that means when you move your mouse around, the object will look at your mouse and follow your mouse. So you can see I've added this one, look at. Now you want to follow the cursor. You can copy my same settings. I've just put on 500 and damping, and then I've put it on the Y-axis as well. And then reset, I just said no reset, which is super cool. And then what you want to do is you can add a spin function if you want to move it and spin it even further, but you don't really need that. So once you've got that, I'm going to go ahead and add a particle emitter to get the particles going. So I'll just show you an example. So this is what it should look like when you press the play button. So to add our particle effect, what we want to do is click the plus button, and you want to scroll down and go to particle emitter. Now, once you do that, it should add it on the left-hand side. So for this one, you can see on the right-hand side, you'll get all the parameters. You can play around with them. You can see I've just got my size. You want to play around with the size. You also want to play with the rotation and the birth rate, which means how much particles are spawning. You got the lifetime, so how long it takes to like fade out. And then you've got some other options here. You can change the shape of the actual particle as well. And then you can turn gravity off. If you want to put gravity up, that's going to ultimately affect it as well. So you can see now the particles are spawning around my earth here, as you can see. And as I said, you can play around with the size of it. You can make them really tiny. You can change the rotation. You can change the birth rate so it doesn't spawn as much. I prefer to go more small and then go back to the settings I originally had. As you can see, and then you can also play around with gravity. So if you put gravity up, it will actually either fall down like this, or you can do one where it goes up like that. So just play around and change the size, which is pretty cool. Once you're done, you just click export, and then you just copy the link. And then what you want to do is go to Framer, and obviously you can customize it and play around with Spline, but I just want to focus on Framer. So I can see all you want to do is go insert, and you want to type embed, and you want to insert an embed. And then in that embed, all you got to do is go down to the URL, and you want to paste the Spline link, copy link, and you want to paste it inside here and press enter, and you can see it will spawn like this. Now, what I've done, because it's on the free version, you might get the little logo down the bottom. You can just hide it by putting scaling outside the box, the stack. So if I press play, you can see now when I put my mouse in this section here and move it, you can see it spins. You get the little particle effects as well, which is cool. When you move it, it moves around. So this is really fun, as you can see. And then now as I scroll, I'm going to show you how to create this section here. So what we want to do is in our hero stack, you want to create a animation. So you want to add a scroll animation. I've already gone ahead and added that. So make a scroll animation. You want to make sure it's on scroll. And then just copy my settings here. You got direction down, replay yes. You can do a custom preset if you want, but basically you want to click on this little effect and you want to basically scale it down. So I've done 0.95. You can do, you can make it less and it will scale down, but you only want to do it by like slightly. And then I've also added an ease as well. So an ease, 0.5 time and delay 0.1, so it's a bit more snappy. And so once you've done that, and when you scroll, you'll get this effect where the top section will scale down. Now to create this section down here, what I'm going to do is I'm adding to the 2-column stack, I'm adding an animation. So we've got a scroll animation. So you can see my settings here. The trigger will be section in view. And then we've got the viewport at the top, replay yes, fade in when it enters. You can see just the details there. So opacity is at 0 and it scales just to 100% or 1. And then exit, you can see that. When you do that, it does the 0 opacity to fade in, as you can see. And then we want to add a transform effect as well. And this is going to make it scale up. So when the layer is in view, we want to go from this point here, so opacity and scale, to full opacity and full scale there. And then this one's on a spring. So you can do it all within the animation transform. You don't need the animation, scroll animation. You can literally do it with the scroll transform. They're both basically similar things. They're probably going to change it. And that's how you get this cool effect. Awesome. Let's go to the next effect. So I'm going to press play and show you. We've got this design here. And as I scroll, you can see you got the rectangles and it goes down like that. Now I want to show you how to create this. So first what you want to do is you want to have a nav bar. It could be whatever, a nav bar there. And then I've got a section, a hero section with a 3D item. And then we've just got some text at the bottom. Now, what I've got here is a grid. So in order for me to create this, you just create a grid. So you want to go layout, you want to drop your grid. I'll just make a grid next to it so you get the point. We want to change the columns to 5 columns, 1 row, and then we want to copy and paste because I don't know why it doesn't fill the 5th column. We can go Control C and Control V to paste that. So we've got 5 columns here. Now what we want to do is shift click all of these and we want to make the color a white fill. And then we want to go to the gap. So you want to select the grid stack and just make the gap 0. Then what I'm going to do is I want to left click on the 4th one and I'm going to add a border. We're going to make the border 0 on all sides except for the left side. We're going to do 1 point or 1 pixel and make it black or gray, whatever, as you can see there. So now we've got this section. Now what we want to do is we want to individually add a transform scroll on each one we want to move. So for this one, I'm going to go to effect, we're going to go scroll transform on scroll. And then what we want to do is we want to have these all at 1. And then we want to do an offset of -250. So when we scroll, this bar will move up. So that's all it's doing. And then make sure this is at 0. And then from, and then 2, we want to do -250. So if I go to the original one I made, you can see it's all 0. So it starts at a 0 position, then 2, it's going to go -250. This one is going to go -125, this one 175, and the other ones basically stay the same. So then basically as I scroll, you can see it's going from 0 pixels to, -250, minus whatever it was, 150, 75, as you can see that. And that's how you create that section. But just keep in mind, make sure the hero section is at 100 VH. So go to the height and type in 100 VH, which is view height. So that's how you get that effect. And then we've just got a basic section, a white section back here. So the desktop is a white fill, and then these sections are just white as well. Pretty cool to do, pretty fun. And then if you want to add the little cursor that I did, it's just literally a white square like this. And you can go desktop, and you want to click custom cursor, and then we want to select the component, and you want to leave it on follow. And this is how you get the cursor following the mouse, which is pretty cool. So that's how you create that. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you do want to try out Framer, you get 25% off any site plan. Use my code Jeremy25 and you can get that. I'll put a link in the description and the comment below. But try out Framer. Got some cool animation effects you can do that I like playing around with. You can do a lot of crazy stuff, but I just like trying to mimic what other people are doing and then learn that way. it's a bit easier to start off with. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to see some more Framer tutorials, check out this video right here.